Yeah, I feel you.
All right, cue the intro. Let's do this.
We are friends from Craigslist.
Woo! Ooh, that was fire! Yeah.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the podcast, episode 6. Oh my gosh, thank you for checking us out. Please continue to rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. And of course, you can watch us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. All the links are in the description below. What's up, Grace?
Chilling.
We're doing this thing, man.
Yeah. I've been saying this. What?
I got vaccinated. I got my
I
second
know.
vaccine. I'm
And
repping
I didn't
the
see
sticker.
any gross pictures or anything of you being down and out.
Well, you know what? I was gonna I think I said it on last episode. I was going to record the whole process, but first I got wrapped up in it because I showed up early, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait around. I'm gonna record the process and how I'm feeling and what I'm doing, but then they're like, oh yeah, you can go ahead. So I'm like, my appointment was at 6, and I got there at 5:30. And they're like, oh, yeah, you don't have to wait around. Go ahead. You don't have to, fill out paperwork like you did last time and sit around in the cold.
The first time when you went, did they, ask you, what'd they ask you? Or were they just you signed up? Check.
Yeah, dude. So they made me, fill out a bunch of paperwork online before. And then I went there. When I got there, they made me fill out the whole thing of paperwork again, and this was at midnight because that's the only time I could get a freaking appointment. So I'm sitting in the cold because it was last month, doing this paperwork again, freezing my ass off, then waiting more, and then finally I got in, and it was around midnight, a little bit after, when I finally got the shot. But this time they were like, let's go, you're good. The first time around, I know a lot of people said they didn't have to show anything or show any proof of eligibility, but the first time I went, they were like, all right, show me your eligibility, show me your ID, show me this, show me that. And I'm like, oh my God, it was much more treacherous than the people that I know. But yeah, the second time they were just like, all right, you're early, let's go, shoot them up, call it a day. I was done before my appointment time. I was like, whoa.
That's awesome, and good on you for being vaccinated now.
Right? Thank you. And it was weird. I was really prepared because everyone says, okay, the second one is the one that packs a punch.
I wonder if it's because you had a reaction the first time. That,
Maybe.
You didn't have it the second time.
And I think because I had COVID, maybe the first one was just remember you had it before.
Remember this sucked, just in case you were wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the second one, I was really for quality podcast purposes, I was hoping to have a bigger reaction just so we could get some good footage. It's kind of like a jackass moment. But knock on wood, man, I was down for a day and I felt kind of crappy, but not horrible. And I remember I woke up just tired, but I was my arm was killing me, but nothing terrible. And then I took a nap in the middle of the day and woke up and felt completely terrible, someone hit me in the head with a bat, dizzy and out of it. But then, dude, that night, last night, I was watching the Nets game, chilling. I woke up this morning at 7:30, totally good. My arm still kind of hurts, but not nothing to write home about,
Rock and roll, and it's done, and you're a free man now.
Dude, it feels good. And I mean, I'll still wear the mask, and of course, because it's only you could still get sick. It's just you won't die.
I saw a comedian. What he said, something effective okay, so and I'm totally gonna butcher this, but he said something effective all right, so they're saying if I go outside, that 5% of the population gets sick right now, no vaccine, or 95%, or 5% of the people are getting sick. When they wear a mask and they go out, 5% of the people are getting sick.
Okay.
And he said, okay. And if I get the vaccine, it's 95% effective. So I have the same probability of getting sick because if I go out and wear a mask and stay social distance, I have a 5% chance. But if I get the vaccine, it's only 95% effective, which means I still have a 5% chance of getting it. So I'm just gonna stay home. Screw this.
God. Dude, I was joking with my family because like my sister is like totally cool with not going outside. Like she's the complete opposite of like the majority of humans, where she's like, hey, listen, I'm cool chilling inside. Like that's totally fine with me. And I hate needles. So my dad was like, oh yeah, like if there's another strain, God knows, like we might have to get another vaccination. And I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna stay inside with Courtney. I'll move home. You have a great backyard. I'll stay inside. The backyard will be my outdoor space, and we're gonna call it a day. Screw the other strain. We're not getting another one of these. It's been enough. 2 is enough for me. You know. And there's so many freaking crazy people out there that's like a comedian that you were just talking about, but there are like some crazy people out there that are just like, you know, like, oh, I'm not gonna get it, and I'm like, all right, dude, like, it's kind of really screwed up because you see, and I guess this could sort of be a Lesbehonest, but I also had another one, like the people that they did God, this is gonna be so controversial. I don't even know if I want to bring it up.
Shift topics. We're a fun, lighthearted. We don't need to do that. Go to your other Lesbehonest.
All right. It's not really it's not really Lesbehonest. This is just gonna be me sort of venting. But okay. So I stayed inside yesterday because I was feeling like garbage, right? And I haven't been going outside really. So like this past weekend was Hope's birthday. We pretty much did everything inside. I decorated inside. We had her birthday, dinner inside, cake, all this stuff, because obviously, you can't be going out and partying right now. And so I haven't really been out and about. So today was the first day I was kind of out and about. And by out and about, I mean just like in civilization, right? And I walk outside my apartment, and I think I was going to pick up coffee because I realized I was out of coffee. And I'm walking literally down the block, like you know how close Avenue A is. So I'm walking from our apartment to Avenue A.
Yeah.
And this old woman, now I'm not hating on old people. This old woman, and I effing hate this with a passion, when old people or crazy homeless start feeding pigeons. And they feed these freaking pigeons in the middle of the sidewalk, and these pigeons are circling around this old person or like whatever you are. I'm only saying old because that's all I've seen. I haven't seen a normal like 20-something, 30 or 30.
Exactly what you're talking about.
And it's circles.
Pigeons, it's not even like cute birds or like little chipmunks. It's like the nasty rats of the sky.
It's the freaking rats, and it just so happens the ugliest ones that you can find start to hover.
Yeah.
And you walk past, and like you try to go around so you don't really like walk through the circle of freaking pigeons. So I'm walking around carefully, and I just so happen to maybe penetrate the circle, and they all go and like crazy amount of pigeons jump up and fly around. And I'm like, this is what I was trying to avoid. Apocalypse now. Apocalypse now. It was I hate it. And I'm not afraid of birds. I don't have a problem with birds.
Yeah, but I mean, first of all, pigeons have like no sense of anyone else around them. They just they'll run into you if they just because they're dumb. So like there is no sense of safety for yourself because of how stupid and annoying pigeons are.
No, and it's so they don't give a flying F about you, and if you're in their path, they will fly away. Go crazy. And I just don't want to get shit on. Let's be honest. Like,
it sort of goes back to what bugs me is when people are like, "Oh, you got." bird poop, that's good luck. It's like, no,
it's not.
That's what they tell you to make you feel better about a crap situation. Same way, like rain on your wedding day. Like, no
No.
one wants that.
Dude,
That's
I
not
remember
realistic.
I was doing when I was a real estate guru, I was doing a showing in Williamsburg, but not like the cool part of Williamsburg, like the JMZ Williamsburg, so like bordering Bushwick. So I got off the M train. I'm gonna say like by Bedford. So there was like there's that like highway, I think, or just like by the Williamsburg Bridge. And I get off the train and it's always fucking pigeons there. They're like hanging out. And I'm just like, oh, I'm not thinking anything of it. I walk off the train, walk under the bridge, going to my thing, and I get shit on by a pigeon in my nice leather jacket, like on the way to a showing too. And I was so pissed off. And it was either get something to wipe this off or get to the showing on time.
So what'd you do?
That showing was late as fuck. I was not gonna show up with shit on my jacket. But
well, okay, I mean that's an interesting point about New York in particular. Is like, how do you even find a place to get something to wipe it off? Because the same way, like there's no public restrooms, like there's no public support for you if you're in need in New York. Like it is it is the definition of fend for yourself.
oh yeah, and public restrooms, forget about it. There's gonna be a crazy homeless monster living in there, and you're gonna go pee, and he's gonna like jump in under the stall and like attack. Have you been to the bathrooms by like Bryant Park?
No, why would I ever go to those?
Well, sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go.
No,
and God, it's so bad. It's like the bathrooms in like the Port Authority where like someone lives there. You know, that's their home.
The thing with those is you don't go to those bathrooms. The trick is if you're ever in New York, you go to a hotel and you walk in like you have a key. There is always going to be like a lobby bathroom or one by the food area. So you just go in as if you like are staying there. You just walk into like the elevators, find like the food area, and then ask someone if there's a restroom on that floor. Nice bathrooms, kept nice, no homeless people. That's your key to a good bathroom.
I will tell you, maybe we'll call this tales from real estate. I've done that. I've done that once. It was very embarrassing. You know me. I like to drink a lot of coffee. And I drink a lot of water.
You also have the smallest bladder known to man.
It's true. And I was on a showing and I didn't know the showing was going to happen. So this dude walks into the office, right? And he's like, "Oh, I heard you. I got your name, or I saw you online or something like that. And I wanted to see some apartments." I'm like, okay. I've never really had anyone just walk into the office like that before. Like, they usually, like, call, you know?
Right.
And, of course, pre-COVID. And this guy walks into the office with his girl, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I want to see some apartments." And I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird. So my boss at the time sets me up with this guy, and he wants to see, like, these $2 million, $3 million apartments, which in New York is not really a lot. But whatever, it's enough to get me out of the office. And we go to see places, and I didn't know this was kind of like last minute. So I take him to a bunch of places, and he still wants to see more. So we do Central Park West, we do and we finally get to Brooklyn, and he wants to see this place in Brooklyn. We go to the show, and then on the way out, he's like, "Oh, can we look at that building?" Which I already had planned. And I was like, "Yeah, sure," but I had to pee so bad. So I took them into this coffee shop / hotel. Like, you know when there's a coffee shop in the hotel on like the ground floor? So I take them in there, and I'm like, "All right, guys, get whatever you want. It's on me. I'm just going to run and make a call real quick." And by call, I mean bathroom. But I didn't want to show weakness.
Nature's call.
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't want to show weakness. You know, I felt like that was weak. You know, we're looking at $1 million places. I don't want to be like, "I'm going to use the potty." So I go to the bathroom. I'm running around this hotel. I go to the bathroom. I come back like way too late. Like, I was a long time. And it was a really awkward situation. And then they ordered like the most expensive thing on the menu. And I was broke at the time. And I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
First of all, you shouldn't have said get anything you wanted. You should have said, "Hey, stop for a coffee break. Go ahead and get some, coffee." you like limit their choices.
I was thinking like, all right, what would Ryan Serhant do? You know, like I was
Yeah,
in that.
but Brian Serhant has money.
Yeah, I was making believe. You know, I was dressed real nice. Like that day, I just so
Like
happened to like
live
shirt
like
and
you
tie.
want, not like you can't, not like you have to.
Oh yeah, and thank God that you can write these things off on your taxes because the amount of cabs that I took, it was probably our like monthly rent between going from like Dumbo to Manhattan, back to Dumbo to the Upper West Side. By the end of that, yeah.
Did the real estate place not pay for those?
No, that's all you. I was like, oh, because you're like independent contractor. But at the end of the day, we finished on like the Upper West Side, and I was like, I need a fucking drink. And I go into, I'm not gonna lie, this is when reality struck. Went into a bar on Columbus Circle because we finished on Central Park West. I got 2 beers and like a shot, and then my card got declined, and it was so embarrassing. So I was like, oh, here's the credit card, and then I looked at all my charges for the day, and I'm like, oh, that's why.
Wow, if that's not like the definition of like life, when you're like doing all this for work, for other people to, you know, live your best life, and then you just want one thing for yourself, and it's like,
nope. Granted, I had money, but it just wasn't in the correct account. So I was like,
I'm
okay.
just saying, it's still, I feel like that hits deep on all sorts of levels.
Oh, it was, yeah. It hurt my heart. That whole day hurt my heart. And then they didn't take anything. Nope.
You didn't? Oh.
Nope. Because like a commission on a few $1,000,000 is real nice.
Yeah.
And, you know, you bust your butt. But I was like, son of a bitch. You know, that was my life.
Yeah.
Now it's just staying inside and writing music to like weird things. Dude, I will say it was the weirdest thing ever. I did get a job, or I got a job offer to write music for, I don't think I'm allowed to say the name of the company. But these dudes do like little YouTube videos, like animated like little YouTube video, you know, quick little things.
Yeah.
And I think it's on like TikTok too, you know, all these like little short like story videos.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. It could be kind of fun to do that sort of thing and see what happens, and I still get to, you know.
I mean, if any of our listeners ever need some songs written or music score,
yeah,
this is our guy. I don't know. I mean, like, he wrote our theme song, so if you guys have been listening and have it stuck in your head because it's super catchy.
It does have the most views on YouTube. I'm going to say that. It has the most views of any of our videos on YouTube.
Just our theme song?
Just our theme song. And it's literally just called Friends from Craigslist theme song. There's nothing exciting about it. So, like, hey, listen, friendsfromcraiglist@gmail.com. We have all your needs. We're more expensive than Fiverr, but cheaper than Craigslist.
There's no way we're more expensive than Fiverr. Fiverr is expensive as
dude. I thought it was all right. I thought it was literally everything's $5, but it's like a dollar store. Like certain things are $1.
No.
You know,
they're like, it's $5 to like message me, and the way they do it, it's so fun. They're like $5, and that's what shows up, and you click in, and it's like $5 for a digital copy of like what you want, and you're like, well, I can just print that out from like Google, like what, $200 for like the real copy. You're like, oh, way to just like not.
That's how they get you.
Bait and switch. It is not cheap whatsoever.
That dude, that happened to me on Etsy. I didn't like actually look out to like actually do something, but I wanted a Mandalorian helmet really bad. Because if you ever saw behind the camera over here, I've got Mandalorian like art print with like Baby Yoda, and dude, and my Baby Yoda up there. But I really wanted a Mandalorian helmet, and I saw these things that were like kind of like price like effective and affordable, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, like they're selling like the specs to make your own Mandalorian helmet. And I was like, if I wanted to make my own Mandalorian helmet, I wouldn't buy the freaking instructions from you or just make it. I am not handy. I just want it done. I want a metal circle that goes around my head, and I want to hold my Baby Yoda and walk the streets of New York City.
Yeah. What'd you do? Did you buy it?
No, I did not buy it. I know that I could not Like, I have faith, but I don't know I couldn't pull that off.
I definitely have wanted to get a 3D printer.
Ooh.
Because, like...
It sounds very sexy.
But I'm not, like, technical, so I'm, like, concerned and, like, I won't invest in it because I can't bring myself to do something that I'm not sure I know how to, like, do. But exactly that point of, I think you could just, like, buy the prints and then, like, print it yourself.
But I wonder, like, if there's, like, I'm sure that, like, it limits you based on which printer, right? So, like, you can't 3D print, like, a spaceship on, like, a little thing, right?
The things I was seeing was, like, you just would do it in pieces.
Oh, and then you, like, put it together.
Like, you get a big one, you could just do the full specs. But if not, there's, like, a way to, like, this piece plus a little clip. And then this piece plus the little, like, insert. And so then you just sort of, like, put it together that way. So you actually can build huge things from a small one.
That's really cool. I'm kind of into that. Also, your sweater today is I like it. It's very mystifying. There's something about that spaceship.
It's my company logo.
Yo, it's freaking cool.
You know, I have a little, our company, I love my company. I work for Search Discovery. But the one thing is they have awesome swag. Like their shirts are like the most comfortable shirts I have, and all that stuff. But they only let the people that work there have them. I think we should be giving them out to like all our clients, like get that press out there, like. But then again, it makes me feel, I'm not gonna lie, like pretty exclusive.
It's like Clubhouse, but for merch. Speaking of, I got invited to Clubhouse, and I don't really know about that life. But if it's a thing, I'm putting this podcast on Clubhouse.
Like,
I don't know.
Clubhouse is in like the
app. Have you heard of the app Clubhouse?
No.
So suppose it's like what I've in my research thus far. It's like chat rooms about certain things, and you can join this chat, but it's like actual voice chat, like not it's not like an AIM instant messenger. Like it's like an actual thing. I'm not educated on it yet, but it seems hip and exclusive, so I definitely want to be a part of that.
I have to give my firstborn child and my left testicle, but it's exclusive and I want to be in it. I don't know what it is, but I want to be in it.
Yeah, and just put a little lamb's blood on the door, you'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure that's like the definition of a cult, but you know.
Take it or leave, you know. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, dude, you know what I wanted to talk about quickly? I know this is like going to be a rapid fire episode because that's what we're feeling today. This is like the thing. Episode. I like it. I'm a little bit. This kind of hurts to do, but I'm feeling this. It looks cool. But dude, what I did want to talk about actually, because this last Sunday was the Grammys, which I forgot about because I had got my vaccination, I think, on that day, on the Sunday. Yeah. And that's all I was thinking about. But, dude, let me tell you something. Let's be honest about this. Because the pigeon lady was not worthy of our topic. Speaking of, by the way, I hate when pigeons attack. Anyway, getting back to it. Dude, all right. For real quick, what has happened to, like, actual good music? And now I'm not just saying that to be a dick. I'm saying that because all the Grammys are all like, okay, we want women empowerment. We want the voters to be more diverse. On their website, they literally said like, okay, we have more minority voters. We have more women voters, and we have all this different inclusion and diversity. Yes, but the featured performance of the night was a song called "Wet Ass Pussy," and. And also, you got like Taylor Swift, "Lost in the Jungle." So, like,
I literally that was like that's the song, and yet we're canceling Eminem.
Right, but we can sing all about the wettest pussies in the room.
But we're mad that you're gonna tie her to the bed and set the house on fire because it's not, both aren't that one's not demoralizing women. That one's not like.
No. That's like I'm gonna come out with I'm gonna come out with a song called like Juicy Ass Dick and see what happens.
I bet you would go viral.
Dude,
I bet you
I think I
or
would.
get a viral. Is that what get a viral? You get a viral infection?
I like that. Maybe I'll be big on Clubhouse. But yeah, isn't that something? I mean, again, I think that anyone can express themselves in any way, and I like artistry is all about the artist, and it's all about individuality and expressing yourself.
It's less about that, and it's more about this double standard that's been created.
Right. So, like, we want cultural diversity and women empowerment, but we're going to objectify women because every woman that I saw, minus Taylor Swift, but I hate her, is
You just
being
lost half our followers by saying that.
I mean, I love her. But it's objectifying women. You know? So, I don't know. And hopefully that just freaked out. Now it's looking for my phone.
There's a little cat that says looking for phone. That
was awesome.
I hope that shows up in the recording because it's this little. Could you see it?
Oh, I could see it. It was very. It freaked me out. I lost myself. What I think I was trying to say was I love Taylor Swift.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just such this double standard, and it's just such what I wanted to say from last episode with the whole protesting Grammys and people being sore about not being nominated. Aside from the Grammys not being a barometer of successful artistry, is like the people like The Weeknd and the people that are like saying, Grammys suck. I can't believe I wasn't nominated. Dude, you don't need a freaking Grammy. You're already a worldwide star. Give me an effing break. That's that.
Yeah, we should have I feel like how they have the like Sundance festivals for like the little movie, like not little movies, but like do it yourself
independent
movies.
Yeah.
They should have like the Grammys version of that for independent artists.
Yeah, I think they have something, but like nothing that gets the recognition like a Grammy or like the I don't know, the notoriety. But I think it's losing its notoriety anyway because of the stupid shit that they're pulling. I think it's devaluing like what a Grammy means at this point because it's just the same circle of people because the money pumps through these people and the vested interest of the people that represent these people are making the money, and so they're gonna grease the palms, get my artist to win another Grammy, and we sell a few more records, and I'm happy. So we'll see. I didn't want to start dark on this one, but
moral of the story is Matt's butthurt that he hasn't won a Grammy yet.
I'm working on it though. I was telling my mom this whole conversation this morning, and I ended the conversation with I still want one.
I was gonna say, but he's putting it down, saying it's devalued. Grammys suck. They're not the same anymore. But I still want one.
But I want one.
But I want one.
And if anyone from the Grammys ever listens to this, freaking love you, dog.
You know what you're talking about. I couldn't have the more respect for you. 100%.
I will polish your floors. I will I will do what it takes. I also am realizing since we're about to end, and I was going to say this earlier, this lighting is freaking terrible. I put this light way too bright, so it's like Phantom of the Opera style. I should have just done it here. Do you see how great my skin tone is right here?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Kind of reflecting.
Hey, girl. Hey. Dude, I like this. This is a fun one. I like this speed round. It's only really.
Say we should call it popcorn episode or something. Remember in school popcorn reading where they just called on you and randomly, and that was the worst because you couldn't plan what you were gonna read.
I like it.
Clue what I'm talking about. That'll be for another one. I'll open your world to popcorn reading.
Yes, please do. It sounds like you get popcorn if you read well, but
no, it's not as enjoyable as that.
The coffee is kicking in. I drank this whole coffee within the last 20 minutes, and I'm like, woohoo, baby, let's do some podcasting. I should have done it before. That was my bad.
Because now that we could have used your energy, it's gone. So
yeah, no, I'm just going to go crash now, basically. Episode 6. If you have a Lesbehonest topic that you want us to talk about or want to just bring anything up, email us, friendsfromcraigslist@gmail.com. It will also be in the description below. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon. See you next time. I just had a seizure. Bye.